The other week I went to the Touratech DirtDaze rally and had the opportunity to demo a few bikes. I was excited to hop on some newer bikes and see what it felt like to have some of the fancier riding features and some higher displacement engines under me. Triumph had a bunch of different bikes available to demo ride. I ended up taking the first demo I could, which was the Tiger 900 GT Low. Low meaning lower suspension. The Triumph guys were super cool to chat with and put together a super fun riding route to test out all the bikes they had, and it was definitely the most fun route out of all of the ones I did. That being said, let's jump into my first ride review of the Triumph Tiger 900 GT.
We're about to do about a 30 or so minute ride, which should be awesome. Do that, and we'll see how this thing handles on the road. I'm looking forward to it. Drop her in it first, and let's get ready to line up and go. So, first impression off the line here, comfortable. Suspension feels a little stiff, but I'm sure it's in stock configuration. And sometimes those are a little Left look right. Wow, she picks up and goes nice too. Love it. That picks up nice and quick. Oh my God. 65 in third gear here. That's pretty nice. It corners really well too. This is a fun bike already. Wow. The riding position on here is actually super duper nice. I like it. It doesn't feel awkward. Like my legs don't feel super far spread out on the tank like they do on some of the other larger bikes. So this it doesn't feel bad at all on this actually. The tank design is a lot more ergonomic, it seems. Looks like we got cruise control on the bike here too. Not gonna mess with that on this ride, but certainly a super nice feature to have. Really comes in handy when you're doing long trips. So we'll say the throttle on here does actually, like, it feels a lot more stiff than what I'm used to. Like, it's a lot harder to pull, but it's not bad. I feel like I can get finer control on it compared to what I had with, like, my DRZ or my CB500. It feels like it's a lot easier to roll on and off smoother. The other nice thing is this also has auto-canceling turn signals. That's a nifty little feature. I like that. This is pretty fun in the twisties. Still kind of getting used to leaning it over. It's a little different than what I'm used to. It feels a little tough to lean over. That may just be because I'm not used to it and I've never ridden it before, but I'm super used to nice light flickable bikes because, well, that's my CB500 goes down nice and easy. The DRZ goes down nice and easy. It's real easy to get into those turns. This feels definitely like it wants to be upright more. Not inherently a bad thing. This is definitely a fun bike. All right, here we're about to transition into some hard pack gravel. So the tires on this, I believe, are more street biased. But honestly, I already can't really feel a difference. It already feels like I'm just riding on the street, maybe except for those bumps. Oh, a little bit of slide in there, a little bit of traction control. Definitely an interesting feel. I've never actually felt traction control on a bike before, so that was kind of an interesting feeling. It actually felt pretty cool. Oh, it's also not bad standing position on this either. Again, kind of weird. A little bit of the tank in my knees doesn't quite seem to fit exactly how I'd hope it would. But again, something I'm sure that you ride it a bunch, you get used to. It definitely doesn't feel bad on dirt like this at all. Like, I honestly can't really tell much of a difference between this and the pavement, which is actually super duper nice. The stock mirrors on here too are actually nice. Like, I can actually see things behind me. I'm not just seeing like my elbows and my shoulders. Like, there's a good field of view on them, actually. That's probably the nicest stock mirrors I've ever seen. This honestly feels like a super nice bike, just kind of cruising through the dirt roads like this. I'm digging it. I'm definitely digging it. I will say that the standing position is definitely not as comfortable as some other options out there, but again, I'm kind of biased on that because I'm coming from a dual sport, which is a very narrow body motorcycle. So it's I'm used to my legs being pretty close together while standing. But I do think that having my legs kind of spread apart more leads to a little bit more of a comfortable standing position overall. Because it's not super comfortable on the DRZ. I will say the foot pegs on here kind of feel a little short with riding boots on, like lengthwise. Not bad, but they're kind of, I have to tilt my feet in towards the bike a little bit for them to like be planted on the pegs close to the bike, and it's a little uncomfortable. Again, all things you can get used to if you ride one of these regularly. I didn't even notice that transition from dirt to pavement here either. Wow. But it's overall it's not bad. I mean, I could definitely get used to something like this. So the more I'm getting used to it, the more the cornering is getting a lot easier. Like I said, it's one of those things, new bike, kind of got to get used to it, see how it feels, and things tend to get a lot easier once you get a little more comfortable with it. Man, I gotta say, these Triumph guys, they're more than happy to ride and do fun stuff. They're not uptight at all. I love it. Man, they picked a fun route for this too. Got some nice gravel, got a bunch of twisties going on here. Too bad everyone's bunching up, but not bad overall. This is a really fun route to demo these bikes. Man, this thing picks up real nice. Got it up to 70 here in third gear. I mean, that's just ridiculous. I have to be in sixth gear on my CB500 to hit 70 in fifth gear because there is no sixth gear on the DRZ. So to be able to get up to that in third gear is just impressive to me. And here we are, back at base camp. That was a fun ride. That was definitely a fun ride. This bike is, it's growing on me a little bit. I am starting to realize that it would be very nice to get a larger adventure style bike. You know, kind of mid-size ADV. Just because, you know, I want to be able to do longer trips. And the DRZ, while it's ridiculously fun in like any off-road situation, not super fun on the highway. So having something where I could do a 2,000 mile trip and not hate my life would be absolutely killer.
Overall, I really enjoyed riding the Tiger 900 GT. As I got more used to the bike, it definitely started to feel like something I could see myself owning in the future. It handled everything super well. It was fairly comfortable and also inspired a lot of confidence, both on the pavement and on dirt roads, which is a really nice feeling to have on a bike, especially if you're doing adventure riding. Demoing a bike goes a very long way to help you decide whether or not you actually want to own that bike. And being able to do demo rides like this makes it even easier to make that decision. A lot of times when you go to a dealership, you don't have the opportunity to actually take the bike along an interesting kind of adventure style route, like I was able to do with this demo ride. So it definitely made a big difference for me being able to experience that bike both on pavement and on dirt and gravel roads. If you're thinking about picking up a new bike, I highly suggest that you try to go and ride it first. Make sure you're comfortable with it, make sure you like it, spend as much time as you can on that bike. Ask your dealership if they'll give you an extended test ride, because trust me, it is totally worth it in the long run. But that being said, until next time, ride safe.